Hi everybody, I am just coming on quickly to give y'all a second to get in. My timing on my phone is a little bit off, so please excuse it. I think I'm like maybe, I want to say 10 minutes off. So I'll give everyone a second. While y'all are coming in, then I'm gonna go ahead and finish looking at this right quick. Hey mama, how you doing? You're like the first one here. So hopefully you're having a good day. I'm gonna give it like another minute and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Hi Joanne, how you doing? Just come on in. Hopefully you're having a good day too. I'm giving it a little second so before I get started for anybody else that want to come in right quick. Hi Wardell, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a good day at work. And hopefully your day is ending soon. I'm gonna start in just a second. I'm sorry y'all. I don't know if y'all like my cup. It says wake, pray, slay. And it's often good to have little cups, little shirts, or stuff around your room. The more you see those different type of things, the more it encourages you to pray and do all of those different things. So I like to have things where I could see it. Again, wake, pray, slay. This was a birthday gift, so I don't know exactly where it came from, but I believe it was like maybe 2 years ago. Hi Donnie, how you doing? In a second, well, I'm about to go ahead and get started now. I was trying to wait till that little purple uh, icon pop up, letting people know that I was on. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started. But I do have a special message at the end of my video. So I pray that you can watch to the end. Or if you can't watch to the end of my video, then go ahead and rewatch it again, replay it again whenever you get a chance. Oh, thank you, Donnie. Thank you. I appreciate it. And pray for me because I wasn't about to come on here with my hair sticking up all over the top of my head. So I ended up washing it and it is feeling very breezy up top. But I wanted to go ahead and kind of get started, like talking, not exactly into my topic right now, but one of my friends I went to high school, she lost her father. So I want to say anybody that's going through like the bereavement process or have lost children or anything, this is their first holiday, or anybody that's dealing with the passing of a loved one. How you doing, James? Anyone that's dealing with the passing of a loved one and this is your first holiday without them, y'all, let's please keep them in prayer because of life is not guaranteed to everybody, and at any given time we all could pass, and you never know who might be in your shoes wishing for prayer. Hi Elvin, how you doing? Also too, if you are in a position to help somebody that's financially struggling, love you mama, if you're in a position and you're financially able to help somebody that's struggling, please do so. Again, please watch into the end of my video if you can. And then also too, I'm gonna talk about briefly, very briefly, because the other video from major depression is on my page. A lot of people don't understand, like with major depression, I want to talk about major depression. I'm briefly talking about last week so I could get into this topic of anxiety because it does go hand in hand. So please just bear with me. So what I was saying was that major depression can happen from, it could be something like, biological, or it could be something that happened. In my case, it was a couple of things that happened. It was, me getting injured on a job. And me 4 spots in my lower back and my left knee. And then also too, my grandmother, she passed away during that time. So that left me depressed, because it's like when you have somebody that's there pretty much all your life, and the consistency part of it, it puts you in a slump, because of, in my mind, I was like, damn, I was supposed to get in a position to where I could work, I could take care of her during her old age or help her out. So anything could happen. But once you go through that major depression, it's like some people, they major depression, it could be thoughts of suicide, it could be things along that line of having a hard time doing the things that you have to do. And then when, again, like I said before, when you're in a bad spot, you can't think about the future, you think about where you're at that present time. So let's move on to anxiety. One thing that I didn't know that was wrong with me, and again, I'm going to stop myself and say this part is, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychiatrist, I am not a social worker, I am not anybody with that type of degree. My degrees are in, I have a master's degree in criminal justice, so I could talk to you in that area, nothing medical. Again, I'm giving my experiences, and I noticed since I did the major depression video, I have gotten a lot of feedback from people that I wouldn't even thought would have been going through the things that I was going through. So anyway, with anxiety, I didn't know before I got diagnosed. Keep in mind, I got diagnosed with major depressive disorder and anxiety. Now, what I want to say is, with anxiety, sometimes every situation is different. It feels like your heart is racing. It feels like you want to have a heart attack. It feels like, you're sweating really, really hard. Like it's just your body is in shock because there's so much that's happening. So anyway, I'm going to give you a couple of examples that I went through. I went through the embarrassment of having to have back surgery. Nothing that it did was fixing me, so I had to have back surgery. During that process, I had to learn how to do everything all over again. So the most belittling moment for me was learning how to walk again and help myself again. And let's talk about when I went places. When I first started going places, I had the walker with the silver walker with the tennis balls. And I remember going to the doctor, and it's like, people do this thing, I don't think people realize it, but they do this thing where they stare. And then eventually I did learn how to walk with the walker, with the wheels, with the chair and everything, but my leg dragged. So I had somebody just thinking that they're making just simple conversation with me. They asked me how old was I, and I said 36 at the time. Now I'm 42, but I said 36 at the time. The guy tells me, I bet you didn't think that you'd be that way at 36, right? I'm in Walmart, Berman Highway, in a pharmacy department. In my mind, it's like, damn, I can't escape this type of verbal abuse at home. So it's like, I'm coming out in public, I talk myself up, I went through this trouble of getting myself dressed, and I can't escape it there. So, that was one incident. Then there was another incident. I go to the store again, another Walmart. The lady tells me she's screaming at me, and she's screaming the price of the total. And when she screamed the price of the total, I retaliated back, and God forgive me, I'm saved, I prayed and stuff, but I'm not the perfect Christian like some of you are. So I asked her, why the fuck were you yelling at me that I could hear everything that you say? There are different types of disabled people. That's what people don't get. My hearing works fine. My brain works fine. It's just I have mobility problems. Then as I went on, there was a competition that my daughter had. She did cheerleading gymnastics. And again, my leg used to drag, and it used to be so painful to walk with the walker with the wheels. So my extra person didn't hide that he was ashamed to be with me. So When I would be with him, I would go to sweating. I would get really, really nervous, and it was just really uncomfortable. And again, those heart attack moments were coming on. So there was another time I started walking by myself, but I walked with a limp. And again, I used to be this fast power walker and everything. I used to be getting it in, and there was so many things that I could do. So I went to the store to buy a drink for my mom. And I went to the store to buy drink for my mom, and when I went to buy a drink for my mom, there was a cashier at Walgreens, and the cashier told me, "What are you doing that stupid waddle for?" So see, that's why I say there was one time my anxiety had gotten so bad. I wondered, what's going to happen next. I didn't want to leave the house. And there are people who go through those stages to where, they suffer with anxiety bad being around people. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable when your life changes and then you have people to remind you of these things. So I want to say, have patience with people. You got to have patience with people because you don't know what they're going through. And just like when I told you before, major depression is real. Anxiety is real too. Now, what I want to say is there are no shortcuts to this thing. One thing that I had to do, I had to get diagnosed by a workman's comp psychiatrist. I got diagnosed with major depressive disorder, and I got diagnosed with anxiety. But one thing that I had to do was I had to open up, because when I went places and when I got humiliated and embarrassed because of these things that was going on, I had to talk to a friend. And one of my friends, I'm just going to say 2 disabled family members that she's been taking care of for years. She was the one that talked me back out and talked me into going places. And another thought that I had to realize is that if I hide at home, it's great hiding at home, but if I hide at home, who's gonna buy and do the things that need to be done for my kids, and who's gonna bring them the places that they need to be and stuff? So it's like I kind of had to talk myself into shaking out of it. But I want to say prayer. Number 1 was prayer that got me through, and then counseling. Like whether it's a psychiatrist, a social worker, or whatever. And then also too, hard work on my end had to get me through too. Because I can expect people to pray for me, but if I'm not doing my part, I'm not praying, I'm not trying, I'm not getting out the bed, I'm not leaving the house, whatever, guess what? It really won't work. So if you know somebody that's going through these things, just be patient with them. So, and pray for people because you never know what they may be going through. One of the things that I wanted to talk about too, when my son recently had surgery, it was high anxiety for that as well. So again, you can't control life, but you kind of can control how you want to tackle it. But also too, there was another situation that happened today. My son started rehab Monday with the school, so I was getting him out. We're getting to the part to where we're walking down the steps, and someone asked one of the neighbors, because I speak to people because you never know when you might need these people. So I speak to people. So a gentleman asked, do you need help with him? And one of the things that I said, he needs help, but pride won't let him ask for help. And that caught me right in my traps for what I'm about to say. I'm in the position to whereas before COVID, it used to be this thing, if rough times hit, I can go to this place that goes through my workman's comp case and I can borrow through my case, but that's not the case right now. Christmas is coming, things around here, there's, my car is having problems and stuff, and I need help. So if anyone would like to donate so that I can give my boys a Christmas and help with my car, then, I would greatly appreciate it. If not, then I completely understand, but it's always best to put things out there instead of being prideful. So I appreciate it if y'all can. If you can't, then pray for me so that I may continue to have strength and grace and mercy to get through everything that I need to get through. What I do have on the video, I did put my Cash App, and I will put it in the comments. And did anybody have anything that they wanted to add just of yet? And if so, like, I'll give it a moment for you to ask or add whatever you needed to add. Hi Alice, hi Jermaine, hi Travis, hi William, hi Donald, hi Roderick, hi Elvin, hi Renee. And I was reading before that you couldn't get on, Mama. I'm sorry. I'll save the video so you can watch it later. Since no one had anything that they wanted to be to add, then I will catch y'all later, and y'all have a blessed one.